Hello and welcome to this channel. Welcome to this kind of TEW 2020 WWE adjacent video, I guess. Just doing a little pay-per-view tier list. Just some chiller videos, so I don't have to use brain power booking for a couple weeks post-Mania. Inspired by the exact same video Connell did, to be honest. Connell TW. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. Very good. Does a challenge run where he has challenges set. I mean, only Lorcan's a former world champion. And if you love the nonsense of Titus O'Neil being world champion, that's probably up your street. So, just going to go through all the pay-per-views we've done. Some of them are, of course, quite lumped together. So, like, we'll have the pay-per-view special in April, which is Backlash and Takeover in your house. Kind of look at them as like a conglomerate glob, essentially. But still, 5 sections, the best. I'm going to try and put one in the best, one in not a fan, and then we'll spread them out between the others. But let's just get into it with WrestleMania 37, where it all began, episode 1. WrestleMania 37, God, it's weird to look back. I remember being so happy with, like, the 85 from Big E, Adam Cole and Roman Reigns, and, like, the 81 from Edge and all, and I just was disappointed with that, because I thought it would be higher. But I remember just being so happy with that 85. And now, yeah, I think my top 100 matches, 85s don't even come into it anymore. 86 and above, I want to say. But still, a good show. A lot of stuff I was happy about. I mean, some of it kind of a little thrown together, some of it. But still, NXT Japan Championship match. Nakamura defeating Kushida turning on him. We'll have a look at NXT Japan in more detail in the State of the Universe video. But still, a lot to love. Thaddeus Billard defeating The Undertaker, like his real coronation moment, beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania, really cementing himself as this dominating force. Big E's big moment, of course. New Day winning the tag titles in the earlier night as well, so they have their big celebration. Adam Cole's first of 2 Mania main event defeats for world titles. Oh, Adam Cole. But the second time he enters a Mania as a world champ is another way to look at that, a much positive way. Keith Lee, AJ Styles, a banger. Defiant. Remember when that was a thing? God, much better with NXT. Montez Ford, Rich Swann, and Mark Quinn. That's a memory. The MVPs, they're not in the MVPs anymore. A lot changed in a year. Andrade losing for the Defiant title. Angel Garza, we love him. Chad Gable Cesaro for the European title, love it. Chad Gable's like first big real push moment. Yeah, I like WrestleMania 37. Rating wise, obviously not the highest, but I'm a fan. I don't think it's the best I've ever done. I think it's great, though. I think it was a great start. Before, next we look at the congruent glob of April, which is Takeover in Your House and Backlash. Now, these are okay. A lot of this is, like, post-Mania stuff, though, so there is quite a few, like, there's some rematches. Not so much on NXT, because NXT's kind of a fresh start, you know? Some stuff I liked in NXT. The Black Dream stuff was always good. Mysterio Phantasma, performance, of course, Phantasma. Turning to Escobar, turning off Mysterio. Swords of Essex winning. Lee Grimes. Lee's beginning to push forward with that NXT North American title. Cross versus Garza, good main event. And then in Backlash, yeah, a few more in the way of rematches. Naomi when she was a face. And then Morgan when she was a heel. Oh, how times changed. Timothy Thatcher. With his big moment winning a hardcore title. He's not having big moments anymore, is he? Injured. The Fiend, Sheamus, the beginning of, and McIntyre's save, the beginning of pushing towards the Celtic Warriors as heels. Ripley winning the Women's Universal title, first Women's Universal champ. Gable Cesaro rematch, Asuka Shayna rematch, Big E Reigns rematch. Edge Garza banger. A good show. I don't know how many are going to be indecent, so I'll just put this in could be better for now. I'll just put it down in could be better. Because there was a lot of rematches, so I can see how you can say it could be better. But I'll put it there for now. It might change. Before we do go into May, which is Raw presents Battlegrounds and No Mercy. Now, Battlegrounds, there's a lot of good, I think. Thatcher RVD rematch. Iron Zane, always good. Sky Pirates, Bailey and Banks rematch. Gable versus Miz, good match. Asuka Perozzo, good match. Drew McIntyre, The Fiend, really pushing towards the Celtic Warriors. 81, good match. A little disappointing, I remember it being, but a good match. And Edge Bryan, always a banger. But No Mercy. NXT and SmackDown. God. Lee Grimes and Dijakovic, fine. Bullard defeated Cruz in a Falls Count Anywhere, yep. Where we after that, I think we pushed towards Apollo Cruz's heel turn. He stayed away and then he returned heel with the brand. Tegan knocks Mickey James in the cage. Reigns, Hardy, their blow-off match in No Holds Barred. Andrade Ray with the heel turn, I want to say. No, we didn't do that yet. We did that at Money in the Bank, I think. Rhea Ripley defeated the Iconics. Cross Black. It's interesting because there's a lot of stuff to like. I feel like if my voice ever goes wrong, I'm yawning. I'm exhausted. It was the Oscars yesterday, so I'm literally pooped out. But I will get through this. Yeah. I mean, looking at the shows as a whole, this would probably be at the bottom for me. It's strange. I don't know which one of these would be at the bottom. I think maybe that way. So we change Backlash and Takeover in Your House to the bottom. I wouldn't say I'm not a fan. I would say, I would go with not as good as the others. That's what I'd go with. I liked it. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was as good as all the other pay-per-views. There we go. Not as good as the other pay-per-views. Premium live events won't fit in there, so I won't type it. Whilst No Mercy and Battlegrounds could be better, but I still think there was a lot of good stuff, especially, you know, those main events. Edge Bryan, Big E Lashley, Black Cross. Yeah, I think there was a lot to love about Battlegrounds and No Mercy, in my opinion. Before we jump to Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. Asuka versus Karma. Karma, she told me she was retiring, so I had to write her off very quickly. But still, she was good. Kyle O'Reilly defeating Chad Gable, having won the US title on one of these Raws. Not that one. It's here somewhere, isn't it? I feel like I'm going insane. Kyle O'Reilly. Gable defeated Miz, right. There it is. He won it here in the Open Challenge, and then he defended it here. And they showed respect to each other, kind of, you know, beginning to hint at that Kyle O'Reilly inevitable face turn and turning away from the Undisputed Era. You know, very Undisputed Era-like. Undisputed Era, you know, heels. Maybe he would have attacked Gable, instead showing respect to Gable. A little Undisputed Era-like from Kyle O'Reilly was kind of the idea there. Riot Squad winning the women's tag titles, not originally in the plans, but the Riot Squad, I'm just fans of both of them, so we went with it. That's a different video, though, coming. What could have happened? That won't be in it, because a lot of other stuff could have happened to mention, but still. Nox defeated Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai ending as the women's champion. Good for her. Big E defeated Cesaro, 81. Yep, needed a match for Big E. Cesaro, always good. Heel Cesaro, we love it. And then Money in the Bank. Adam Cole winning Money in the Bank. Had to be. Did very well from it. You know, him and Kevin Owens had an incredible feud. Maybe feud of the year. SLAMMY Awards, link in the description if you want to vote on that. Whilst, yeah, good show. I mean, night 2. The heel turn from Phantasma to Escobar. Ripley Jax maybe could have been better. Women's Money in the Bank, good. Bullard defeated Lashley, good. Cross defeated Black and Dream. Edge defeated Rollins, yeah. Money in the Bank, a decent event. I feel like I'll probably change all these around at the end, but a decent pay-per-view, in my opinion. A lot of good stuff. Yeah, the good outweighs the bad. It's good. It's decent. Before we go into July, with Super Showdown and Crown Jewel. Super Showdown, good show. Bullard versus R-Truth. It was going to be Bullard, Mark Henry, but Mark Henry wasn't signed to a contract that let him wrestle. So we had to wait to sort that out, and we went with R-Truth on that occasion. Bliss Cross Applesauce, we love it. Corbin defeated Ford to get into the final, just because King Corbin in the final is what I wanted. But we keep that forward push. Day Dogs retain the SmackDown Tag titles. Nice. Ripley defeated Naomi. Yep. Biggie defeated Braun Strowman. Yep, Braun Strowman just a hand to have around old Adam Scherr. Whilst Crown Jewel, A lot of good, I think. Adam Cole, Kevin Owens, the first of many matches and one of the weakest of them with an 83, which is weird to say. Tegan Nox, Dakota Kai again. They've made up at at the end, but you know at this point still rivals. Andrade Kalisto, yep. Charlotte, Queen of the Ring, Angel Garza, King of the Ring. I stand by their decisions. Looking forward to King and Queen of the Ring this year. I have a pretty good idea of who I want to win them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty... am I? Yeah. I know what matches I want at SummerSlam at the very least, so I can get the King and Queen of the Ring from there. Black defeating Fiend, good moment for Black. Edge defeated Miz, you know, steady. Cross defeated John Cena, really good. Yeah, I think they're decent, you know. Decent show. I have no complaints about it, to be honest. I'm happy. Before we head into SummerSlam, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love SummerSlam. Ripley Charlotte. Rhea Ripley finally defeating Charlotte. Celtic Warriors beating Branzango to win the belts. Lee Lashley, Belair Royce. You know, the United States ladder match was just meant to be Kyle Kevin, but Kevin not here. Demon going over the Priest on this occasion. Priest will have to wait for his moment. Emma Moon winning the Women's World title against Asuka. Announcing her cashing in advance is the way I felt it had to be. Cross defeated Orton. The Rock defeated Reigns, so we can keep that feud going till Mania. That's Raw. And then night 2. Dominic having his like big debut match, losing of course, but still getting his good debut in. Banks Bailey, always a safe pair of hands to just shove on the card. Bloodline winning the tag titles as intended. Bullard defeating Ford. Bullard, you know, Ford keeping his push, but Bullard keeping the title. Leon Ruff and Leo Rush winning the SmackDown tag titles. The SmackDown tag titles is definitely the title I winged the most throughout this. And, you know, even the game at points, when I finally have concrete plans in place, it's like, screw you and injured Alfonso Bourbon. So, you know, it's not just me. The Fiend getting the win, Ciampa winning the Hardcore title. Lynch winning the NXT Women's title upon her return. Yep, wanted Becky Lynch to complete her, you know, championship set on NXT. Big E defeated Kofi, went with Kofi, because I thought it was a nice match to have. Black defeated Cena, big moment for Black. Before the main event, Garza gets his moment, and then the heel turn and the cashing in. I think SummerSlam's great. Not the best, but I think it is a great show, and I was really happy with it, and I still am, to be honest. Before we head into bragging rights, yeah, bragging rights, another show that I am happy with. Jesus, I'm tired. Bragging rights. Yeah. Who came out on top? NXT came out on top, and Raw came second, I want to say. NXT, Raw. Yeah. Yeah, good show. You know, keep stuff moving. The debut of Spanish Flies here. Keith Lee and Thaddeus Bullard have the stare down. The first signs of Keith Lee and Bullard's inevitable collision at WrestleMania started here, with Keith Lee winning that triple threat. Bullard not pinned, but the first sign, them having that specific stare down at the end as well. I just wanted to lay the seeds ready for when Lee was drafted to SmackDown, and then we just ran with it from there. And yeah, a lot started at bragging rights. Spanish Fly's debut, like I said, winning the titles. Gable and Orton showing how well they work together as a team, but at the same time, you know, Gable and Orton, you know, yeah, it was just showing like the teamwork and all that before, you know, leading into Orton mentoring Gable using the RKO, winning the NXT title. Lynch winning the triple threat, of course, had to be. Attacked by Raquel going on to win the NXT Women's title. Before cross Adam Cole and Big E. Adam Cole attacked during the match by Edge, leading into Adam Cole, Edge, Garza, leading to Edge, Garza, of course. Whilst Big E attacked from behind by the Masked Man, eventually revealed Xavier Woods' match at Mania. A lot from this pay-per-view pushing forward, I think. And I thought Bragging Rights was really great again. You know, I think shows improved as I went on, and I think my booking improved as we went on. So I think the later shows are going to be more up here. You know, a little warning in advance. Halloween Havoc and Extreme Rules. Halloween Havoc, good show. Spanish Fly retaining. Bullard defeating Balor. The night Spanish Fly joined the Bullard brand. starting to fully finalise the Balor brand there, you know, adding Spanish Fly to it. And also the attack on Balor, eventually leading to Balor's turning into the Demon and returning for the Rumble. Portela Muerte's debut before she decided to leave before Mania, ruining my Mania plans for her. So she just showed up in the show, beat Charlotte in a buried live match, and then went to the UFC, and she didn't even bloody win. So what are we doing? The Rock defeated Jacob Fatu. Usos get involved, eventually teasing towards Survivor Series. Big E defeating The Fiend in a cage match for a 98, which I was not expecting to bang so much. I needed a challenger for Big E. Halloween Havoc, The Fiend felt perfect. And then afterwards, Bullard coming out for that stare down, leading into their match at Survivor Series. I thought Halloween Havoc was really good. And not just looking at the ratings-wise, I did think it was really good. Whilst Extreme Rules was another good show, I think. O'Reilly thing, Riddle and Joe, you know, eventually both of them leaving WrestleMania 38 just now as tag champs, you know, respectively, so doing well. KO Roy's keeping their titles. Andrade defeated Black for the Cruiserweight title. I needed a challenger for Andrade, and him and Aleister Black had a banger previously, so I just, went with it. Dream getting involved as well, leading to their match. Yeah. Banks defeated Moon. Yeah, originally Banks I wasn't going to go with yet. He was meant to win at Survivor Series, I think, but I just went with it, so she got the win. And then Cole and Bryan, only a 93. I thought he could have been higher, but I was really happy with it still. Gonzalez defeated Lynch in the last man standing match to win the title. Edge Garza in the unsanctioned, Edge winning, of course, because medically not cleared Garza, and then Cross Orton in the Hell in a Cell. Yeah. Gable coming to confront as well. Extreme Rules and Halloween Havoc, ratings-wise, incredibly high. But I feel like I like a lot of these shows more, so I'll just put it in decent. I think decent is fair. It's a very decent show. I'd probably put it at these aren't in order. I will really specify that. I'll move them into some type of order. No, now I've noticed. But, yeah. I thought it was a very, very decent show. Decent to great, but it goes in decent. While Survivor Series, a lot that I love. Apollo Crews winning the title, but Gargano should have won, leading to their rematch at Armageddon. Kelly Rose beating Viking Raiders, just a good match to have. Prozzo defeated Asuka to win the title. Prozzo's got the gold. Deonna Purrazzo really surprising me on Raw post-Mania. She was really good. And so I gave her the $1 million title win when she wasn't originally planned for it, when I originally planned things before I even started this save. But I gave it to her. I don't regret it. Bullard's big win. We love Big Fad, and he had his moment planned out ever since he won the Intercontinental title at Survivor Series 2020. Hold it for a year, vacate, win this. Love it. The attack from the Moss Man. Bullard brand with all the gold. We love it. We love it. I'm very happy with Survivor Series. Because Survivor Series, in my head, was what I was like building to originally. Because I knew what I wanted at Mania and SummerSlam and all that, but Survivor Series was the point where so much I was looking forward to was happening, such as Bullard finally winning the Universal title, such as Chad Gable winning the NXT title here, black and gold confetti raining down. Whilst on night 2, Cena and The Rock teaming up again against the Usos, really good. Adam Cole, Kevin Owens, after Kevin Owens' return earlier in night to win the US title and then vacating it. Just furthering that Cole and Owens feud going forward, because I didn't expect it, Owens did not have as many plans as he had, but he was so good I had to have more plans. Baszler winning the title, Dream winning it, and then very quickly losing it to Carmelo Hayes to give Carmelo Hayes a big moment. Obviously not originally planned, but Carmelo Hayes is so damn good I had to do it. And Raquel getting a big win as well. Not the best show, but great. Probably, of all the shows in great, my favourite so far. Right at the top there. Before, another show I really liked, the final of 2021, Wargames and Armageddon. Wargames, we had the kind of cruiserweight plus Cesaro match where Legado won, their big moment. Dominant Legado had to. Orton Thatcher putting Orton on the shelf just to push forward towards Thatcher. Gable next. Hayes retaining the title, a big moment for him. Very happy to keep pushing him forward. And also in the Orton Thatcher thing, the first inklings of the Regal Thatcher drama, which was meant to lead to, Holland versus Thatcher at Mania, but Thatcher is not here. Broke his cranium. What am I meant to do about it? Damian Priest defeated Karrion Kross. Chad Gable defeated Seth Rollins, big win for him there. And then final War Games, the 4v4 women's and the faces win. And Tegan Nox pins Raquel to push forward towards Tegan Nox, Raquel Gonzalez at Rumble. Yeah. Good show. Whilst Armageddon, yeah, you know, Woods beating Kingston thanks to the Masked Man. Woods didn't know though. Ooh. Gargano wins the Intercontinental title because Gargano is the perfect Intercontinental champion in my head. Shayna Baszler defeating Ripley. Quite a few rematches again, but still. Ciampa defeating McIntyre, Riddle, Dunn, and Sheamus. A massive match. All men doing well. Really happy. Banks defeated Bliss. Just a good match. Reigns defeated Cena. Good match. 95. Incredible. Bullard defeated Big E in the rematch, and it's revealed Mustafa Ali and Xavier Woods are the Masked Men. A very scream ending when there's two killers. Woods and Ali working together to take out Big E and Kofi because Woods has had enough of being the third man in the New Day, essentially. A moment I was really excited to finally get to book and to happen. So that was good. And then the main event, the 4v4 and Undisputed Era, before they're soon breaking up weeks later, I wanted the War Game specialist to get one more win. And so they did it. And Kyle got the win to push forward that, you know, maybe Adam Cole's underestimating him, you know. I wanted to plant seeds throughout. So you had Kyle O'Reilly not being a heel, showing respect to Chad Gable. You have Kyle O'Reilly, you know, Adam Cole not even letting him have the idea to think about cashing in his United States title match for a WWE title match at Survivor Series. Yep. And then losing the title at Survivor Series and ending up as a triple threat. Him winning in the War Games for his team. I wanted to just plant the seeds all along, and that continues for the Rumble. But, yeah, I thought these shows, War Games I'd put in decent, but I'd put Armageddon in great. So, I guess I'll put it in the top of decent, and I'll probably move stuff around at the end. But this is what I'll go with for now. Before we head into the Royal Rumble, seeds continuing to be planted with Adam Cole volunteering Kyle O'Reilly to be number one somewhere in here. Yeah, it says Kyle will enter number one in the Rumble. Kyle not happy, but we get to the Rumble. A really good show. You know, I just really struggled with the layout of this, but I went with this in the end. Kyle getting his win, good. The Usos winning the vacant tag titles. I wasn't happy they had to be vacated, but when in doubt, put it on the Usos. Raquel defeated Tegan. Gable defeated Thatcher in No Holds Barred, yep. Baszler, Asuka, always a banger. Banks, Bailey, always a banger. Bullard defeated the Demon Finn Balor with Damian Priest getting involved, you know, to reignite that feud towards Mania. Cole defeated Owens in 100, the only 100 matches saved so far. What a match. And Ronda's big return to win the Rumble. I think the Royal Rumble is great. I'd probably put it under Survivor Series. Maybe I'm ranking Survivor Series so high because of all the stuff I was really looking forward to happening, like Thaddeus Bullard Universal Champion and Chad Gable NXT Champion that happened at Survivor Series. So I'll continue to push that highly. I thought it was great. Loved it. I'll just check I'm still recording. I am. Thank God. Because there's been going. 4 left to look at, and we do Judgment Day next. Now, Judgment Day I went with just because I wanted a special event. I probably won't do Judgment Day next year, you know, but I thought it was good. I just wanted a special event where all 6 champions fight and defend their belts, and then we had the announcements. We did have some good matches. Gable Styles was good. We did Priest Balor there with Karrion Kross returning and get involved to just further add people to that match and further lead towards the Monsters Ball we eventually had. Bullard Goldberg, bringing Goldberg back. Yeah. Keith Lee rushing out to make the save. Further pushing towards Bullard Lee, especially after stuff at the Rumble as well. Since Survivor Series, we really started. It was bragging rights, my mistake. We started like sprinkling the seeds for Bullard Lee, and I think each month we kind of just kept building and building and building till we got to Mania for that moment, which I liked. Banks defeated Sane. You know, Sasha Banks defeating Kairi Sane. And then eventually having to get to Io Shirai at Mania. Kind of the idea. And Ronda announces Shayna, big brawl. Reed defeated Reigns thanks to The Rock. Undertaker announces the headline act, eventually only act of the Hall of Fame. Before Cole, Gargano and Ciampa, just a big match between the champs. before Kyle announces his Mania choice. Judgment Day, I will put could have been better. It was a really good show, I thought. But I will put it in could be better just because I need another in could be better, to be honest. And also because I probably wouldn't do Judgment Day again, is my reasoning. Whilst we head into the final non-WrestleMania pay-per-view of this list, Elimination Chamber, which I liked. Orton winning the Chamber match, good. Lynch and Flair winning the Dusty Rhodes, good. Raquel winning the women's title match, yep. I was tempted to have Dakota Kai return here, but I wait till NXT for that. Ronda and Belair and Duke and Shavir winning the tag. Bullard defeating Henry, Mark Henry's career over. Bullard's final legend skull he's taken. He beat Kane, Big Show, Undertaker, Mark Henry. One more skull for him to add to his collection before his match with Lee at Mania. Shirai winning that chamber, of course. Shirai Banks, the dream match at Mania. Andrade, Trey Griffin cheating to win a little bit before Griffin's rematch at Mania. Mysterio's tag classic. Any of these teams could have won, but I just went with the Mysterios because I thought give them that moment. Father and son. Big E defeated Woods by DQ. Woods pushing the lead forward to Mania, where we can add Kofi to it. Cole and Strong winning the Undisputed Era tag match because, you know, you don't want Kyle to win here and then at Mania in my head. You want Cole to win and doing a little bit, underhanded tactics to win in that. Before Keith Lee finally does it. He pins John Cena as well last. Mania for him. Elimination Chamber, I thought it was great. But I'm gonna put it in decent. I thought it was a very decent show. Just because I feel like I'm gonna nudge these rankings around anyway. And like I'll preemptively do it like that. Could be better, Super Showdown Crown Jewel, sorry. You could have been, I guess. Before the final two, one of these will be the best because I think, they're both 100s. And I don't doubt in my head that these are the best shows I have put on. But which is the best? So let's just look at them individually. I've only just recorded these, so these are fresh in my head. MJF's debut, giving him that win on his debut. Trust me, big plans for MJF. Montez Ford winning the Intercontinental title gave him that moment because he's just been so good this year. I had to. Lynch and Flair winning the women's tag titles, trying to push forward the women's tag division a little bit with two big names winning them. Mysterios get their big moment, good. Belair defeating Prozo. Riddle retiring Goldberg, not originally planned, but Goldberg told me he was retiring, and so I thought, well, I got to give him the last match, I guess. Ciampa Black, just a banger to have. Trey Griffin has his big moment. Garza defeats Edge. Dunn wins the triple threat. Page fired. I want to shake things up on SmackDown a bit, and I think it kind of adds to the story. Bragging rights, SmackDown got 0 wins, and then Paige, trying to get forward, trying to push forward, but in the end, Paige is the one losing her job here. And how is SmackDown going to push forward? How are they going to try and rejuvenate themselves a little bit? Gable finally defeating Orton, finally getting his moment. Lee also getting his moment, and Ronda getting the win in the main event. A very, very good show is night one. It definitely is the best or great, but which is it compared to night two? Ripley winning the Battle Royale. So, there are too many good women here who should not be in a damn Battle Royale at Mania. I need to fix that for next year. Morgan defeats Riot. Give her a big win at Mania. Push forward with Liv Morgan this year. Woods wins the triple threat as intended. I wanted Woods to be the one to win it. The only non-world champion in this match gets the win. Priest defeated Cross, the Demon, and the Fiend. The big win for Damian Priest there. And also, maybe some little hints for the future with the Fiend and Karrion Kross disappearing. What's going on there? You'll have to wait. Bronson Reed and Samoa Joe winning the tag titles. Which wasn't meant to happen. I'll tell you. But Spanish Fly got injured, so we move. Swerve defeating Dream, of course. Swerve, we are pushing forward. We love Swerve. Go defeating Logan Paul. Yeah, I wanted Logan Paul on the card, and Anthony Go got the win. What are you going to do? The Broserweights added because, yeah, the Broserweights deserve this moment. I think they've both been incredible, and now they're Raw Tag Champs. Easily could have given this to Owens and Zayn as well. The Celtic Warriors weren't leaving with the belts, but Owens, Zayn, Broserweights, it was one of them. And went Broserweights in the end. Dakota Kai finally getting her moment. Long overdue. LA Knight defeating John Cena. Massive win for LA Knight for him to springboard forward into his career. Very happy for him. Io Shirai defeating Sasha Banks. Massive moment for Io Shirai. She is ready to hold that women's world title and be the top of the division very clearly. What's next for Sasha Banks? The blueprint, the best, the boss, but not the women's champ anymore. Roman Reigns finally defeats The Rock, and The Rock acknowledges him, so the Roman Reigns finally clear of The Rock and can finally turn his attention back to wherever he wants, whoever he wants, and whatever he wants. Maybe a big year coming for Roman Reigns, shockingly. And the main event of WrestleMania, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole. Kyle O'Reilly getting his WrestleMania moment for a 99, winning the WWE title. So happy. Of these two nights, in my personal opinion, the best pay-per-view so far. Well, you know, very coincidentally, in my opinion, we saved the best for last. I would say night 2 is the best. I thought night 1 was very good, but Banks Shirai, Reigns, Rock, Cena night, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and main event, I thought the perfect ending. I thought night 1 was the second best though, so I'll put that there, and then I will just shuffle around a little bit. Money in Bank, there you go. Yeah, so I'd say the one that was the least good, I thought they were all good, but the least good would be Backlash and Takeover in your house, just because of the amount of rematches, really, and starting fresh in NXT, essentially. Could be better. Well, we have Battleground and No Mercy, could be better, which I agree with. They had good main events, but like all around could have been better. Judgment Day could be better just because I don't think I'll do it next year. Just as a concept, it could have been better, I think. Super Showdown, Crown Jewel could have been better. I thought they were pretty good, but definitely could have been better, as well as Money in the Bank. I'd definitely say like the earlier stuff, like Money in the Bank and Crown Jewel, just inherently to me could have been better, but we move. Because you look at the bottom 4, April, May, June, July. I really just think I got better as I went on, but we move. Halloween having Extreme Rules, featuring one of the best shows I did, but they were decent, as well as Takeover Wargames, decent. Elimination Chamber, bragging rights, all decent, all, I think, very top-heavy, kind of. Maybe that's a problem I have. I stacked the main event, and then the lower card, maybe not as good, but definitely something to work on. Maybe I'm too critiquing of myself. That's not a word. WrestleMania 1, you know, episode 1, I loved it. I thought it was a very good jump start for everything. While Summerslam was a good new jump start for everything. You know, a lot of stuff leading forward to our WrestleMania 38. Royal Rumble, I loved it. It was very long to edit, but worth every second. Survivor Series, I thought was very good. And it has a special place in my heart for the moments for Chad Gable and Thaddeus Bullard, especially. And then WrestleMania, the perfect ending, I think. Night 1, great. Night 2, the best. As that is my tier list. That is, in my opinion, the ranking of my pay-per-views for season 1, I guess I'll say. But, you know, that's season 1. How, you know, it's just about making it better next season, where, you know, my booking's already at a good level, in my opinion. You know, maybe you think it's awful, but if you did, you probably wouldn't be watching, would you? I think it's at a good level. Hopefully it'll keep getting better. So maybe the earlier pay-per-views will be at the bottom of the list again, or maybe because it's, you know, already getting to a good level where we're at post-WrestleMania 38 up here, you know, these earlier pay-per-views have a chance to climb the list now. But that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed something very different. The next 3 videos also very different. On Saturday, we have, or what could have happened, going over, you know, some of the changed plans throughout, such as who was originally meant to be in that main event with Adam Cole, because it wasn't meant to be Kyle O'Reilly. A little preview there. Next Tuesday, we've got the SLAMMY Awards. Link in the description for the poll. Leave your votes for the SLAMMY Awards. And then the next Saturday after that will be the State of the Universe. Before in 2 weeks' time, we are back. Raw, NXT, SmackDown, after Mania. So much to look forward to. That is it for today, though. I really hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed the series. You know, season 1, season 2. Hopefully even better. If you've enjoyed, then please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. And as always, I just want to say thank you for watching.